And from the very beginning, my spidey senses were going off that said, I really need to monitor and watch this transaction and this person I'm dealing with very, very, very closely. Hi, my name's Devon. Today I own several multi-million-dollar companies. We started with $5,000 in a credit card. I don't know the easy way. I only know the hard way. Hey everyone, welcome to the Whiteboard Entrepreneur Podcast, where I give straightforward advice to fuel the entrepreneur in all of us. I'm Devon Dickinson, and today I want to talk about, dealing with someone who screws up versus a screw up. There's a huge difference there. And I'm reminded of an associate of mine that I've done some business with over the last 8 to 10 years, done a few different deals with this person. And from the very beginning, my spidey senses were going off that said, I really need to monitor and watch this transaction and this person I'm dealing with very, very, very closely, because something felt off and I couldn't understand if this was just, maybe the person wasn't super great at their job, or if they had serious ethics problems and, someone who just wasn't to be trusted. And over these last years, I've realized that actually this person has ethics problems. They were not to be trusted. And I was talking to a buddy of mine and he said, oh yeah, he said, what that is you have to decide whether they're a screw up or they screwed up. And I thought to myself, wow, there's so much truth to that, because listen, I've had a lot of screw ups. I've made a ton of mistakes. And I think if you're watching this podcast, so have you. We've all made mistakes. We've all said things we shouldn't. We've all done things we shouldn't. We've all lacked attention to detail. We've all done stupid mistakes. We've done lots of dumb things with good intentions and good work ethic and good ethics in general, versus folks that that you've dealt with that literally have bad work ethic and just bad ethics. They lie, they cheat, they steal, they tell half-truths, they manipulate. Those folks are screw-ups. The difference between someone who screws up is people who do things that their intentions are not wrong. The underlying intentions are still basically good, but they made some really bad mistakes and some bad choices. And these are people that we deal with, right? These are people that we invest with as long as they're willing to learn and grow, because I was one of those, right? I think back to my first 5 or 6 years in business. I mean, one of these days I'm going to do a podcast on all the things that I used to make my boss mad about and all how I screwed up so many times. But he knew that my intentions were good. He knew that I was working hard and I was trying, that I was just making mistakes and being young and dumb and doing dumb stuff. And I still do dumb stuff. But I would like to believe that my intentions are good. My ethics are good, versus those folks that you have that literally have bad ethics, that are self-centered, they're narcissistic, they're willing to lie, cheat, steal. Their ethics, their terrible work ethic. They will do whatever it takes to get ahead. And these are the types of people that we have to remove ourselves from remove from our organizations and do our best to not do business with. And so in our lives, we think about all the time when something happens at the office, and ascertaining and trying to decide, did this person just screw up or are they a screw up? And I don't think this is a one-time thing. I don't have, a checklist of 3 different times and you're a screw up. And I think that people that do, and the people that are out there kind of headhunting people, I think there's something seriously the matter with that type of a leader. Because as a leader, we should live in grace and we should try to believe the best for everybody and try to have that heart of compassion and forgiveness and grace for those that we work with and our associates and our vendors and everybody. But we also need to have the discernment when there's someone who is trying to take advantage, when there's someone whose ethics do not align to the way that you do business, when there's someone who will lie, cheat, and steal to get ahead in your company or dealing business with you. And that is our job to discern and to deal with those individuals. Have grace for those who screw up and zero tolerance for screw ups. And so no matter where you're at in your business career, whether you're a brand new business owner or solopreneur and you're just getting started and you're dealing with vendors and you have different associates and partners and folks that you're vetting out and those spidey senses are going off, we have to understand and you have to discern whether this person has, maybe they just have some mistakes here and there. Maybe they're learning business as well. And there's someone that you can work with versus someone that you're absolutely not aligned with ethically and morally. And someone, if you own a company, you have 2,000 employees and you have people within your organization, you need to make sure that as a leader, you set the example within your company and that zero tolerance for poor ethics, zero tolerance for lying, cheating, stealing, and that you're a company that works as a team, not for, climbing corporate ladders. You get to set that culture. And if you're someone who's, got a handful of employees, even more valuable because one or two bad apples that are screw ups are going to impact 2 employees can impact 10 people so dramatically. And it's our job to make sure that we keep those that are screw ups outside and away from what we're doing, and grace and forgiveness and training and help for those who are just human, like me, like you, that screw up. I'm Devon, and this is Whiteboard Entrepreneur Podcast. I hope this helps.